ora, haere mai. Welcome to Netsafe's Youth Action Squad information session. Ko Shelley toko ingoa. I'm an education advisor here at Netsafe, and I also have the privilege to be supporting the current YAS group. I'm really excited to introduce them. They're so passionate about what they do, keeping their friends and other people safe online. You possibly already know that Netsafe provide practical tools, support and advice for managing online challenges, including a support line for those experiencing harm. My role sits within New Zealand's Education and Schools team, and we provide national support to schools towards creating safe environments for staff and students. We do this in loads of different ways, including working with senior leaders around policy and processes, working with staff around safety and teaching digital citizenship, and providing kind of support for a whole school approach to preventing and responding to online harm and things that happen in schools. So schools play an important role in the success of YAS. We learnt from our pilot YAS, supported by their school, are much more likely to succeed. So anyway, enough from us. Let's hear from our ambassadors. The first person we've got up is Luke, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what the YAS is about. Thanks, Luke.
Hi everyone, I'm Luke and I'm one of the ambassadors for the Netsafe YAS. So the YAS stands for the Youth Action Squad, and we're a group of people aged from about 15 to 20, and we help come up with ways to promote online safety amongst young people. So the YAS contains about 60 young people, and most of them are in school, and they come up with ways to raise awareness about online safety in their schools. Currently, most YAS members are from the Greater Auckland area, but hopefully we can welcome new members across Aotearoa later. I joined the YAS at the end of about 2019 because I saw all the cool things that one of my good friends, Emma, who's also a YAS member, was doing, and you'll hear from her later about those really cool things. And I think it's a really good way to promote online safety, as it's online safety tips for young people by young people. Now I'm not in high school anymore. I'm actually at university, so some of you might be wondering how I'm involved. Well, I'm one of the YAS ambassadors, and we're a smaller group of about 14 people who are either in their final years of school or in university, or just have a bit more experience with the Netsafe YAS. So we meet monthly and come up with ideas to help out the larger YAS group, as well as other things. Some of these things include holding training sessions for the wider YAS to help them carry out actions in their school and in their communities. Other really cool things that the YAS have participated in are things like online safety-centered events, news articles about online bullying, and even an overseas trip. Honestly, I could keep going on forever, but my colleagues will tell you more about these exciting things. So I'm now going to pass you on to Suresha, who's going to tell you about some of the cool things that she's done with Netsafe.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. So my name's Suresha. I have been a member of the YAS since 2018, so right at the beginning when we ran the pilot program. And like Luke, I'm also a university student. So I do have a slideshow. Hopefully everything works all right, but I'm just going to give you a quick run through of a few things that I've gotten up to over the past 3 years as being part of Netsafe. So the first one, as you can see here, there's a picture of myself and Baj. So earlier, like end of last year, beginning of this year, we were involved in the first Netsafe internship program. So it ran over about a period of 3 months over the summer holidays. And there was a whole lot of things that we got to do. We got to create content for the Netsafe social media, the regular one and the YAS, and we kind of got to give feedback on the website and all that kind of things, just to help make the YAS a little bit better and find ways that Netsafe can make it more youth friendly as well. So there's a picture of us holding cupcakes. So this was on a big campaign that we did in the beginning of February called Safer Internet Day. So I had the role of pretty much recruiting a whole lot of supporters from all over New Zealand to help share our materials, to share our advice, our website, all that kind of stuff. And then Baj on the right, he did a whole lot of stuff creating content for content for schools and PowerPoints and all that kind of stuff. So it was honestly such a great experience, and just a little part of what we did there. So the next picture, hopefully you guys can see that, is just 2 photos from stalls that we did at AUT. So this is something that we just did this year, and I'm not too sure, I think there's about 4 or 5 of them that we did, and pretty much we, as you can see in the picture on the left, we spread out a whole lot of lollies all over the table. at the universities at all 3 campuses in Auckland, and pretty much we just got to have really cool conversations with all kinds of students, so people that are our age, you know, early into university. We also had a lot of chats with like parents and that kind of stuff, just about online safety and all that kind of stuff. So that was a really, really cool opportunity. And you can see in the picture on the right, that's a whole lot of us. And I think Emma's coming on next, and there's Luke as well. So that was during our Net Safety Week, so a big campaign that we did at the end of July, where we all just kind of got to once again have those conversations and give that little goodie bag. So I'll hop into the next one. So this was the Bare Facts campaign that we ran. So the YAS actually got to help like create this campaign. So if you can have a look on the top left corner, there's the Netsafe logo and the classification office. So the like YAS program in Netsafe, and then the young people of the classification office kind of got to give advice. So we got to have a look at the storyboards and the drafts of this campaign and give our advice on it. So it was a really, really cool opportunity. One of the many things that we've been able to give feedback on and come to and see come to life. So that was really awesome. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is a trip that we did at I think it was the middle end of 2019. So this was a trip that I think there was about 6 of us got to do over to Sydney in Australia, which was probably one of my highlights of being a YAS. It was honestly so much fun. So we got to go to the big Facebook headquarters in Sydney, and we took part in the Facebook Safety by Design Jam. So the photo here, you can see a whole lot of us in the middle. There's quite a few YAS members. Then it was just a whole day made up of us giving Facebook ideas, them kind of giving us ideas, us giving them feedback, just a whole lot of really cool young people stuff, which I'm pretty sure ran all over the world. So that was really, really awesome. And then the last photo I have is one of me. So this was during the trip. I had the opportunity to speak live on like a 7 News Facebook show display kind of thing, and pretty much just talk about my experience at Netsafe, my experience with technology, young person, all that kind of stuff. So honestly, all of these things that I've been talking about, it's just a little bit of what I've done over the last 3 years of being a YAS member, but it's been so much fun. So I'll pass on to Emma now to speak about her experience.
Sorry, I was muted. So as I was saying, I'm Emma, and along with Sarisha and Luke, I'm also a university student, and I've been part of the YAS since 2018 as well. So I'm here to talk about the Renews campaign that we did, and also the Rainbow Youth activity, and also the Voices of Hope campaign. So the Renews campaign took part in June of 2020, and Beator, who you'll hear from later, Sarisha and I took part in a cyberbullying campaign that Renews did and shared our own experiences of cyberbullying. Beator spoke about being stalked and harassed by people from his school. Sarisha spoke about getting catfished, and I spoke about being body shamed and getting racist comments on Instagram. It was overall a really cool opportunity to share our stories in a really unique way. It was shot at the TVNZ studio, so it was really cool to see the behind the scenes of how things are created. And it was just overall a really therapeutic experience to get stuff off our chest and really reinforces the importance of getting help and reaching out. Okay, so next was the Rainbow Youth workshop that we ran. This was at the end of April this year. We ran a workshop for PSSP, which stands for Peer Sexuality Support Program. So PSSP leaders typically run their own Instagram pages where students can message them for help with sexual health questions or other mental health concerns. Because of the nature of what PSSP shares, they can often be the target of trolls and bullying. Our workshop helped them to navigate harmful messages or comments that they might receive, as well as sharing various self-care tips with them to help them manage their own mental health. So not only the potential bullying aspect, but also since the topics they share can be quite heavy. And the last thing that I'll be talking about is the Voices of Hope campaign. This was supposed to take place as a video interview shot in the studio similar to the Renews campaign. However, because of COVID, our interviews were going to be recorded as Zoom interviews, but as we know, Zoom isn't always an ideal platform, so it was changed to being written pieces, which can be found on the Voices of Hope website. They ran a cyberbullying campaign discussing how cyberbullying can affect people's mental health. And as part of this project, we were asked to share our own experiences with cyberbullying and talk about how it made us feel, as well as any other advice we had for people experiencing similar things. So yeah, that's all from me. I will pass you on to Jasleen.
Hi guys, my name is Jasleen and I'm a Year 13 student. I joined the YAS in the beginning of 2020, and I'll be talking about the Five Rights Foundation campaign that I did and the little training session that I was about to run at my local temple, but couldn't because of COVID. So the Five Rights Foundation UN ROC campaign was basically about kids' safety in the digital environment. We got to make this really cool video about all the rights that kids should have in the general comment number 25, which they came up with. It was like the right of safety, the right of privacy, and all these cool really important things that young adults should know about themselves and stuff. It was a really cool experience to be able to learn about all these different ideas and collaborate with the UN to be able to make that video. On top of that, we were really able to bring this information to the community. I ran a little session with my school that I was able to about this campaign and how they are affected as young adults too. Because of COVID, we couldn't really do anything physical for my temple. We were about to run a little scam workshop online. We talked to the administration and we were able to get them to agree on doing a little workshop online on scams, but obviously that couldn't happen. We didn't want it to do that on Zoom because it would be really not really effective. And I'll pass on to Kelly.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm a Year 13 student in Rangitoto College, and I've been involved with Netsafe since 2018. I'll be talking about our experience with N4L, Network for Learning, and the Instagram Parents Guide launch breakfasts. N4L, Network for Learning, is a Crown company that connects 99% of New Zealand schools to the internet through a managed network. The role is to give all students access to a safe online learning environment regardless of where they are in the country. Around 2,500 schools are connected to the internet via N4L. Our Netsafe youth ambassadors were invited to the N4L office to provide feedback regarding ways they could improve to support digital citizenship and increase online safety awareness. We discussed current issues we faced on online school due to the lockdowns and the ways they could implement more interactive resources to engage students in internet safety. Second of all, the Instagram Parents Guide launch breakfast was held on Internet Safety Day a couple years ago. Instagram launched the Parents Guide to Instagram in New Zealand in partnership with Netsafe. The event's purpose was to discuss and illustrate the safety tools and tips in the guide. A few of our Netsafe ambassadors were invited to speak as the youth panel to answer any questions regarding our use of Instagram and give insight regarding our experience on the platform. This was a fantastic opportunity to meet people all around the country interested in the youth experience on social media and how they could improve this experience in terms of mental well-being and safety. That was me. Now I'll pass it on to Alicia.
Hi everyone, I'm Alicia and I joined the YAS in 2019. A few weeks ago, I had the amazing opportunity of working with Paula from Netsafe and was able to run a virtual learning network with kids from years 1 to 6 from rural schools all across New Zealand. I was able to connect with schools all across the country and talk to kids about what kind and unkind comments look like online. I also helped them understand how they and reach out for help if they need. The kids on the call absolutely loved it and they were constantly keeping positive in the comments, which was awesome to see. These kinds of presentations are really effective as peer-to-peer learning tends to be a lot more effective on youth, and that's the purpose of us as the youth, as the YAS. Another opportunity I've had while being with Netsafe is being able to connect with others within my community and develop my leadership skills. Kelly and I, who had just spoken, we were able to connect with other schools in our area and plan to go and share some of our knowledge that we've gained from Netsafe on online safety and plan to go speak at these schools in their assemblies. This has helped improve my confidence and develop organizational and presentation skills too. Our presentation was supposed to happen the day that we went into lockdown, so sadly it's been postponed, but we still look forward to sharing the message with them in future. Plan to go to our local intermediate school and share a 10-minute presentation on nudes, comments, and following people online, just allowing us to share our knowledge. These are just two out of the many amazing opportunities I've had while being a part of Netsafe, and I've enjoyed every second of it. Now I'd like to pass over to Betor, who is going to talk to you about workshops and our YAS trainings.
Cool, sweet. Kia ora team. My name is Betor. I am also a Year 13 student that goes to Manerua High School. And just like Jasleen, Kelly, and Alicia, and Luke, and several other YAS members, I joined in late 2019 and officially started my, this whole journey in 2020. So last year I actually learned heaps because I was just introduced to internet safety through our YAS program and Netsafe. This also helped me develop the new skills and new leadership skills that I could implement into our school. I taught and held sessions with our students last year talking about our HDCA and just the simple and the concrete skills and knowledge that we need as online citizens. So that's what we talked about last year and had sessions throughout. And yeah, this year, which we were planning, our school YAS team was planning to have another session on the HDCA, but unfortunately, due to COVID, on that Tuesday, we actually had everything planned for the Thursday, but because our PM Jacinda Ardern announced that we'll be going into level 4 lockdown, we postponed everything and everything was discarded because the sudden lockdown happened. But yeah, it was such a great opportunity to meet with our school YAS to come together and actually try prepare for any potential projects that we were meant to run. But yeah, it was really fun, and even until now, I'm still enjoying my time being a YAS ambassador alongside my crew. And honestly, it's just been a major privilege to be a YAS member and meet like-minded people and just share our ideas and for the betterment of our society and our communities. And yeah, I will also be talking about our YAS training in Mind Lab and the first 2021 YAS training. So our first one happened in May 14th, which basically I couldn't go because we had our PM come to our school. But for our YAS ambassadors, they held a session and a training session for the new YAS members that were coming on board this year. So it was what I've seen from the pictures. It was such a cool space to be in, and it was a variety of students that also have the like-minded goals to succeed in their community. So for that to happen in the beginning of the year, it was a great opportunity to implement our skills and show them how we run and how we process all this Netsafe stuff to our communities. So yeah, for the second training, it was in July. It was pretty cool. I actually went to that one, and this time we got to meet some. I got to meet some of our new YAS members, and basically just have a great time and just share our experiences and had a talk about everything that involves internet safety. So that was a cool session to be a part of and meeting our new YAS members. So yeah, that's just two things that I've talked about, but there's so much more that we have done throughout 2020 and 2021, despite the COVID, circumstances. But yeah, it was really fun. So Shelley, I guess you have something to say.
Thanks, Rachel. That's great. And thanks to all of you as well for participating today. I just really enjoyed hearing all of your enthusiasm and kind of your love for the YAS and all of the things that you've been doing as part of the group. Thanks to all of our people out there who have joined us today as well, to all the ambassadors that shared with us today, and to all of our other YAS out there as well who couldn't make it today to share what they've been up to in schools. They're all making such a great difference. If you or your school are interested in starting a YAS in your school, please get in touch. That's about all from us. Mā te wā.